down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Winston. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston, and this is a beautiful throw right here. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he's able to get in there and make a great play. And
the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we're in the middle part of this season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the...
He's got a man, complete! And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them aren't blessed with the greatest of hands. But the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air. And they come away with the pick.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. There's the stiff arm. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
1st down, Buccaneers.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Brady going to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. Looking for Brown, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett. And he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, They looked his way again, and what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. First down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 10, Saints 7.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 39-yard.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tampa Bay.
Now a play fake. Brady. His throw incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
For the Buccaneers, field goal of 45 yards.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down. And try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Wait. 46. Easy. Check. Watch 54.
Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, he'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Fournette on the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Saints 17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Got an open man. It's Foster. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings us 3rd and 6.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
To throw, Winston. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to...
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Paul Richardson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Buccaneers 27, Saints 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's a give to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd and 2. On play action, it's Brady. It fights him off. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this returnable for Harris. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back near his own goal line, Winston. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Being chased out left. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Quick slant to Brown.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Touchdown! The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Slant.
Here's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
To try again after the sack. Winston. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here's Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Joe Tryon, the rookie out of Washington, in to drop him for the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54. Let's convert. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing, Winston. They'll roll him out right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
He's crashing. He's checking. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45. I got it. Let's keep bringing it.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
He was brought down by Joe Tryon. Turnover on downs.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
To throw, it's Brady. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady.
And the Bucs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Check smash. Check smash. Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing on second and long. Hill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time on fourth for Hill. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the
and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They can't even get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Check 24. Check 24. 19 tight. 19 tight. 58 right over there.
Hill now to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Jamel Dean.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Brady to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
For the Buccaneers, field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Hill. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get there. 45's the mark. It's time to move.
Hill looking to throw for it.
And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Brady going to look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First down and much more here for Jones. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.